Hello and welcome again to Not Fake News. Don't forget to share, subscribe, smash that like button. How's everybody doing today? Well, I hope you're doing good because I have some disgusting video for you of what happens when the mainstream media from all over the world spits out nonsense that's not true and scares the public that's watching. Okay, this is what happens when the mainstream media isn't held liable and is allowed to say whatever they want and scare everyone into thinking that, for example, Trump is a terrible guy who's trying to destroy the world. You think the mainstream media is lying in America, but you may not realize they're doing the same exact thing every other country in the world. The same narrative that's come down. Destroy America, destroy, our democracy. That's because somebody above in the elites, in the deep state, sends out all this one, narrative that is given to all the mainstream media, all the important people, to get the word out and get their narrative out. And that's why these kids are snapping and destroying Germany, destroying the world, every country. This is happening. And Obama and Clinton were a part of it, and they're trying to continue it. That's why wherever President Trump goes around the world, President Obama shadows him and seemingly goes to every single one of the people he went and spoke to and undermines him. Okay? Right after the G20 speech in Poland, Bill de Blasio was there the very next day or the same day right after he spoke, and more or less said Trump does not represent America and what America wants. That was his message right after Trump's, and you could say, best speech ever. So we have a lot of deep state operatives that are at work trying to take down Trump and get back to their, way of destroying America again and the rest of the world. And the rest of the world, Europe is really in trouble already. I hope they can rebound. Because the problem is, they're almost just completely done. Okay? Let's say Germany. Germany is just on its last leg. But they don't have Trump there. They have Merkel. That's like having Hillary. So they're on their last leg, and they have a Hillary in there. They're done. All I can say is thank God we have Trump. And I hope it's not too late. Welcome to hell. That's what this title of this video is. See, in my opinion, right there, you threw a bottle at me, the police officer should be able to come in and bat you over the head with their baton and arrest you. And arrest everyone in the line. Why is that not happening? You're not allowed to hit police. That's what I was always told. They're throwing flash bombs at police officers. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Why get hit 6 times and then do that? I don't get that.
Violent demonstrations met with water cannons. The message the most hardcore of protesters in Hamburg have for U.S. President Donald Trump and other world leaders here is clear. Welcome to hell. I'm Reuters' Matt LaRotunda at this G20 summit. That welcome sign I just showed you is from an old theater called the Rota Flora. It's now a commune for anti-capitalists here in this city, and the members are going to be among 100,000 protesters beyond the layers of security at the conference hall behind me. Now, the vast majority of those completely peaceful, but authorities think that about 8,000, 1 in 12, have the potential to enter clashes that could go well into the weekend. There's 20,000 police called up for this event. If they can't keep control, it's going to be a huge loss of face for Chancellor Angela Merkel. That's because she could have chosen to hold this summit anywhere, a secluded resort, for example, where many similar events have taken place. But instead she chose here, the city of her birth, to send her own message to leaders like Trump, like Turkey's President Erdogan.
No, the reason she did that was because it's a dense urban population and it's easy for them to run in and out and hide. They can get in and get out and do all what they need to do really quick. If you put them in an open space, an open plain, they can't do all that. They can't run and hide. They can get caught by a Jeep or someone who can ride up and arrest them. They can't just dip in and do the damage. No, she put them right in the urban area where they could hide, run into alleyways, hide behind trees. It's just it was planned. She did that purposely.
Like Vladimir Putin and others she's butted head with. Freedom of speech and the right to protest is just fine in a confident democracy. A message that could get lost if the demonstrations see real violence. This sign hung right across the street from the exclusive hotel where she met Trump face to face. They said nothing to press during the brief moments cameras were allowed in, smiling. But make no mistake, on Trump's disregard for the Paris Climate Accord, on free trade, immigration, this won't be the easiest of summits.
Authorities in Hamburg are bracing themselves for violent protests on the eve of a 2-day G20 summit. Thousands of anti-globalization demonstrators have descended on the northern German city ahead of the meeting. The city's police chief has expressed fears anarchists will attempt to carry out massive assaults during the event. G20 Welcome to Hell is the slogan activists have adopted for their protest. Around the world, life is hell for many people, and we wanted to express this, and we also wanted to express that we're not prepared to play along, and that we want to disturb the seamless process of this summit. Earlier this week, 5 people were hurt and several arrests made after clashes broke out between activists and security forces near the G20 venue. The Hamburg police, who have been criticised by some locals for their heavy-handed approach, used a fleet of high-tech water cannons to disperse the crowd.
Yeah, they chose this time to wet them down as they got heated. Oh, please don't wet me down on July 8th in the sweltering heat and humidity. Please don't wet me. It's like, so they're cooling, the police are cooling them down, and it's amazing. And I know I'm going to get a bunch of people saying, do you know how much those water cannons hurt? Oh, please. Please. Shut up with your hurting water cannons. I could spit in your eye and hurt you more than that cannon. Hi. Thanks for wetting me. We're black Spider-Men, blackface Spider-Men, ninjas, terrorists. Oh look, it's ISIS. Whoa, hey, why let all the ISIS walk down the street? Look, ISIS is breaking things once again. Oh, isn't that ISIS? What's the
Those were the
difference?
scenes in Hamburg today.
Oh, they're not
Antifa
blowing
made
themselves
its
up, so
entrance
we're
to
just
the
letting
city,
them tear the
hosting
town
G20
apart. Got it,
summit.
got
I
it.
want you to take a good, long look at them. Personally, I find these people to look more like a fascist black shirt goon squad gang, a bunch of violent ideologue hooligans. And I want...
How about ISIS, buddy? I take them as they look a lot like ISIS. Why should we, call them hooligans, black tie hooligan? They look like ISIS.
I want you to keep in mind that these people call themselves the anti-fascists.
Right. Look at the ISIS running down the street. You see, what you'll never hear is these ISIS Antifa people are organized, most of them, and sent out to do something. They're told, don't burn stores, don't burn buildings, don't kill anyone. Burn cars on the street. Burn garbage cans, break store windows, rob stores if you want. Do whatever you want. Never set a fire inside a building. Don't kill anyone. And just destroy everything, break everything. And I'm noticing, maybe they're not targeting like trees and stuff like that either. It's almost as if, because that's like a government thing, right? That's the tree. They're leaving the tree. Anyway, I'm going off on something I'm just noticing. Forget about trees. Forget I said that. They're told not to throw firebombs into stores or buildings because that would kill people, and then they'll have to be stopped. They have to be stopped and seen for what they are. So what do? They just run around and they burn everything in sight that they're allowed to inside the streets. The cars, break the wind, everything in that fashion. Okay? That's why in all the videos you'll see, you really won't see any buildings burning, really. You'll just see cars burning and things like that. Thank God. But it's just, if they were really out of control and they just wanted to cause mayhem, if you could burn a car, you could burn a building. Your mind isn't intelligent enough to not do that unless you're told not to do that and you're on a mission. And that's what they are. They're on a mission from the deep state operatives that are basically orchestrating this entire thing, like a conductor in a musical. He's lifting his hand, burn, protest Hamburg right now. He's orchestrating it nice. Cars burning, cars burning, cars burning. See? See what I'm saying? I mean, I'm really happy that they're not doing anything more. But it just proves that this isn't... See? Notice, they never throw a firebomb inside a store. Is it because they're good people who don't want to hurt anyone? No. They're not thinking clearly. But they do know one thing. They will not get paid that money that they're getting paid to do this if they hurt anyone or cause a fire in the building. And we're watching everything they tell them. That's what they tell them. We can see everything you're doing. Probably. I'm just saying, look, let's keep watching. I think I'm on to something. I think I'm on to something here. And there's no Second Amendment in Germany, so they can do this crap without impunity. No Second Amendment. In other words, nobody has a gun around there. And hey, stop burning my car. Bang, bang. Stop breaking my store window. Bang, bang. Or, stop breaking my store window. Okay, we'll stop. And they run away. Let's go burn that store building. Let's go break those windows and spray paint that store. Oh, wait a minute. Those two guys with AK-15s are standing in front protecting it. Let's not. Let's go to the next block. Oh, wait a minute. They all have AK-15s and they're standing in front of their stores. Maybe this whole thing isn't working out. Let's not do this. We might get killed. We're not real ISIS. We don't really want to die. We just look like ISIS.
Oh, ja. Die können auch explodieren, die Dinger. Das ist doch mal die Feuerwehr. Das ist mal die Polizei. Und wenn man das brennt hier in der Reihen, dann sind die auch.
Throwing glass on the floor? You can step on glass? Excuse me? Wow, look at that guy hitting them from above. Man, where are their rubber bullets? Just start spraying them, man. Look at that guy. Good 60 years old right there.
Leute, das aufeinander auf, seid solidarisch miteinander, alles aufeinander. Die Polizei ist völlig frei. Alle fordern die Polizei doch auf. Singt sie mit zu ziehen. Wir verletzen die Leute. Nochmal die Polizei, das ist ein angemeldeter Lautsprecherwagen. Wir sind eine angemeldete Demonstration. Zieht euch hier zurück. Es gibt absolut keinen Grund, hier die Leute anzugreifen.
know what I really want to see? I want to see Jason Statham just walk in there and just start and Jet Li just start wrecking them. I would pay $5,000 right now to see Jason Statham and Jet Li inserted into the middle of that crowd of 1,000 snowflakey frickin' ISIS Antifa boys and girls. I would pay money to see this.
If you go to Germany's predominant left-wing paper Taz and search by the term Antifa, you will find nothing more but one article after another in praise of this organization and its actions. And if you want, you can go to the horse's mouth itself, indiemedia.org, an Antifa homepage and forum dedicated to organizing the various different groups. There you will find an appointment calendar of events that are targeted, and readers are encouraged to turn up and disrupt these. A page called Illegal, Legal, We Don't Give a Shit. Well, there is a phone number you as an Antifa member should call if you get arrested, with explicit warning that under no circumstances should you ever talk to the police. A map with places to sleep over if you and your rioting Antifa group need to take a longer trip to a place to stay and riot. Currently, this map of Hamburg, interestingly enough, also includes the publicly funded theatre as a location for Antifa thugs to sleep, together with a section where people can post and brag about their own great political accomplishments, such as bragging about setting a police car on fire, bragging about the occupation of the city of Hamburg, which apparently has successfully started, bragging about setting an entire parking lot of cars ablaze in a, quote, comfortable living area in the name of class struggle. Keep in mind that posts like these specifically say that...
Did you catch that? The occupation of Hamburg has begun. That's what ISIS does. It took over Raqqa. First they go in and do all that in a much worse way. See, here's the difference between the real ISIS and Antifa. ISIS, also funded by higher up people, with a group leader and an organization with talking points that they all follow. ISIS runs through a town, rapes, murders, chopping heads, killing people, burning buildings, burning stores, whatever they don't want, taking over places, making it their home, and occupying an entire area. Antifa is doing that without the murder, rape, and burning of buildings, but the same thing otherwise. Taking over the area and getting support, man, from people. Right there should be a thing where you can't have a site up that is helping this. If it should be deemed terrorism and terroristic site. It should be deemed a terrorist site. I don't have much time right now, so I'm just going to cut this short and let this continue.
Yes, we did this to further our cause. Crowdfunding to rent a special train to get as many people as possible to riot in Hamburg. Posts bragging about vandalizing memorials and statues of historical figures. Posts bragging about setting fire to trucks belonging to businesses in the name of fighting capitalism. Bragging about vandalizing a bank in Austria. Posts bragging about vandalizing an office building. And even from across the Atlantic by now, a post bragging about vandalizing a Montreal restaurant because, quote, the meals were too expensive, so therefore it was only used by yuppies. This is not just some regressive...
Notice how I'm onto something here with the whole vandalizing certain things and burning certain things. I'm onto something there, folks.
Bullshit publication about Marxist gender theory nonsense. No, this is a place where people come to organize, plan, carry out, and then brag about serious criminal offenses. Can you imagine the shitstorm if a site like this would be found by the media and it turned out to be some right-wing blog or Islamic site? As far as I know, sites like this would be immediately shut down if they were anything other than left-wing. This is, in essence, a more violent and vile version of the Daily Stormer for black-clad Marxist fascist thugs.
Okay. Thanks for watching, folks. I think we're onto something here. We're going to keep digging into stuff like this. That was the Smart Melon channel. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Not Fake News. Don't forget to share, subscribe, smash that like button.